Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your girl, French Manila here, and today I'm going to be doing some BuzzFeed geography quizzes. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. First up, we have, could you survive this very tricky A to Z geography flag quiz? So, which country does the double-headed eagle belong to? This is Albania. Amazing. You'd be a geography novice if you know which country this flag belongs to. Barbados, of course. What about this primary colored one? Cambodia. Easy peasy. And what about this one? That is Denmark. And do you know where you'd find this flag? That is Ecuador. I know you know which country this flag belongs to. That is France, of course, French Manila. Ooh, and where does this tidy flag represent? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Ghana, I'm for sure it's not. I don't really know the flags of Gabon or Guyana. Maybe I'm leaning more towards Gabon, but I'm not sure here. I don't know this flag at all. Okay, cool. We were right. So green, yellow, blue, but kind of like a... I don't know how to describe the green or the blue, but yeah, green, yellow, blue, Gabon. In which place would you find this elegant flag? This is Haiti? Okay. Yes, the blue, red, and then the crest in the middle. And what about this tricolor flag? This is Ireland. Amazing. And if you don't know what country this one belongs to, I have a little hope for you. Japan. The symbol on this flag might be a bit of a giveaway. Kenya, of course. But I bet this one has you stumped. This one is Libya, I think. Okay, cool. I was like, for a second, like, I couldn't remember what the Lithuania or Lebanon flag looks like. So, like, I was, like, leaning towards Libya, but I was, like, not entirely sure. Do you know which country this three-tone flag belongs to? Not Monaco, not Malta, so it must be Mali. I think, like, it seems like the other options for all the other flags in this quiz are countries or places with the same first letter, which I wasn't sure what flag this was exactly, but I know the Monaco and Malta flag, but those aren't, like, a similar pattern, so maybe it'd be more difficult if it was, like, you know, countries that were nearby Mali. And what about this one? Niger, Nigeria, and Nepal. I think it's Niger. Okay, cool. Through the process of elimination, I'm sure you can figure this one out. Oz, Oman, or Sinia? I think, yeah, we'll go Oman, of course. And what about this star one? Of course, French Manila here. Philippines, Manila. Amazing. And which country does this maroon flag belong to? Qatar. Okay, well, it's obviously Qatar here. For a second, I thought they might put, like, Bahrain or something, but they're just putting something with the same letter. Where would you find this sunny banner? This is Rwanda. Blue, yellow, green with a sun. Where does this flag represent? I think it's Somalia. Okay. And what about this striking banner? I think this is... I know it's not Tunisia. Tuvalu? I don't know what the flag is. Is it Trinidad and Tobago? That's kind of what's popping in my head. Okay, cool. This flag went all out with the details. Which country does it represent? Uganda. This color combo is probably quite familiar. Do you know what country it's from? It's Venezuela. And what about this flag? This is Western Sahara, I'm guessing. Okay, I mean, I feel like they're kind of just, like, putting things now. So, and where would you find the country behind this particular color combo? Yemen. And finally, where would you find this asymmetric flag to be found in? Is it Zambia or Zimbabwe? I'm leaning towards Zimbabwe. I don't actually entirely know here, so we might get this wrong. Ooh, Zambia. Oh no. Okay, so we got 24 out of 25. One flag wrong at the end. That's okay. I'll take it. Let's move on to the second quiz. All right, the second quiz we have is, can you guess these countries just by their outlines in this geography quiz? This is Italy, of course. People say it's, like, shaped like a boot. This is the UK. Japan. Australia. France, of course. This is, like, on the Horn of Africa, right? That's, what country is that with, like, the little scoop? Not Kenya, I'm pretty sure. I want to say it's... Oh, actually, I don't know here. I don't think it's Tanzania. I'll go Ethiopia. Okay, cool. It was Ethiopia. Spain? The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plains. Cuba. Sri Lanka? Cool. Brazil. Senegal, right? I feel like I know it because of like the shape in like the middle. I was like, I don't know what country this is for a second, but yeah, Senegal for sure. Thailand. Well, it's not Ecuador or Portugal. I don't really know the shape of El Salvador. Maybe it's Costa Rica. Okay, cool. Okay, 13 out of 13 correct. Okay. Well, we got a perfect score on that one. Let's move on to the third quiz. Your brain is officially superior if you can pass this 2-word geography knowledge test. Okay. What's saltiest? Oh gosh. I don't know. I'll go with the Dead Sea. I feel like because I really don't know here. Like, I'm not sure. Okay, no. It was the Gaitale Pond in Ethiopia. So, Gaitale Pond is a small hypersaline lake in Ethiopia's Danakli Depression. It's regarded as the saltiest body of water on Earth with a salinity of about 43%, nearly 12 times saltier than the ocean. Okay. I did not know that before. What's artificial? One of these places is artificial. Tasmania, Palmyra, Honshu, or Madagascar. I'll go Palm Jumeirah? I have no clue. I didn't know like any of these places were artificial. Okay, unlike most artificial islands that use concrete or steel, this was constructed using over 94 million cubic meters of sand and 7 million tons of rock. Okay. What's equatorial? Gobi Desert, Mongolia and China. No? Sahara Desert, North Africa. No? Amazon Basin, South America. Ooh, I don't know about the basin of the Amazon. No. Cayman Islands, UK. I'm leaning towards Amazon Basin here. Yeah, I think it's the Amazon. I don't know for sure, but I feel like the other ones are not on the equator. I'll go with this. Okay, cool. We did get it right. So the Amazon Basin in South America is equatorial. Most iconic equatorial region because the equator runs directly through it. The sun remains almost directly overhead year round, which must be hot. What's bioluminescent? Whenever I think bioluminescent, I think of that one fish, which I'll throw up a picture on the screen in the edit after, but that's what I think of when I think of bioluminescent. I think there's some place in Australia that's bioluminescent, but I don't know if it's Botany Bay. I've never heard of any of these places about Hudson Bay in Canada, so I'll go Botany Bay just because Australia popped in my head when I thought of bioluminescent. No, okay, so it was actually Mosquito Bay in Puerto Rico. So Mosquito Bay in Puerto Rico is bioluminescent. Its glow is produced by microscopic organisms called dinoflagellates, which emit a burst of blue light as a defense mechanism when the water is agitated. Okay. I feel like the grammar on this is interesting. And I'm like struggling to read it because I was like, how do I read? Okay. So which of these is the most northern? Oslo, Norway, Moscow, Russia, Helsinki, Finland, or Reykjavik? Well, Reykjavik is definitely above Helsinki and Oslo, right? I think it's above Moscow too. I think it has to be. It's going to be Reykjavik. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was like fairly easy. I was like trying to imagine, like I know like, you know, like Oslo and like Helsinki are kind of like at the bottom of their respective countries. We have Reykjavik in Iceland is the northernmost. Reykjavik holds the record as the world's northernmost capital of a sovereign state, located at roughly 64 and 8. It sits just 2 degrees south of the Arctic Circle. Okay. What's sunken? Alexandria, Egypt, Bimini Road, Bahamas, Petri, Greece, and Atlantis. I mean, Atlantis? Because it's under the water? Right? Is Atlantis real? Did I just get... Anyways, Petri in Greece is sunken. So, located off the coast of southern Laconia in Greece, Petri is about 5,000 years old, making it the oldest submerged archaeological town site in the world. I've never heard about this. That is interesting. Okay, Petri in Greece. I wonder what like important like historical events happened there. Which is the most southern? Chile, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. I mean, it has to be... It's not Australia. It's not New Zealand. I think it's Chile for sure, right? Because it reaches all the... Like, that's where you take, like, the boat tours to Antarctica. I think it's Chile. Okay, cool. It is the world's southernmost country, excluding the uninhabited continent of Antarctica, with its territory extending to the tip of South America at Cape Horn. Okay. What's narrowest? Bolivia, Argentina, Chile, and Peru. I guess Chile, because it's like thinner but taller. Okay, cool. Chile is the narrowest, stretching over 4,300 kilometers, 2,600 miles from north to south. It has an average width of only 175 kilometers. At its narrowest point, it is a mere 90 kilometers wide. Okay. What's deepest? Lake Tahoe, Caspian Sea, Lake Baikal, or Lake Malawi? Why do I feel like it's Lake Baikal? I don't know for sure, but that was like my instinct, so I'll go with it. Okay, cool. It is the deepest lake in the world, reaching a staggering depth of 1,600 meters. Okay. What's driest? Peru, Namibia, Algeria, Egypt. Namibia? Okay, cool. Namibia is the driest, while countries like Saudi Arabia are famously sandy. Namibia contains the Namib Desert, the oldest and most consistently arid desert on Earth. Okay. What is transcontinental? Libya, Chad, Sudan, Egypt. Ooh. Wait, which one of these is transcontinental? I didn't think any of these were transcontinental. Why do I not know? Like, I know, like, you know, like, Turkey is, like, in Europe and Asia, and Russia's also, like, in Europe and Asia, but, like, which one of these is transcontinental, and which continents is it across? I'll go with Libya. I have no clue here, though. Egypt? Okay, so while the majority of the country lies in North Africa, the Sinai Peninsula is located in Western Asia. I literally had no clue that Egypt was transcontinental. So that is good to know. That is new information for me. What's quadrilateral? Gabon, Kenya, Cameroon, or Libya? Is one of these shaped exactly like a square or something? Or like... I think Kenya has more sides than 4. I don't know the shapes of the other countries. I'll go Gabon. Libya? Okay. So Libya is widely considered the most square-like country on Earth. Its borders are almost entirely straight lines, forming a massive, recognizable quadrilateral in the heart of North Africa. Okay. Which is the most flat? Qatar, Maldives, Thailand, Bolivia. Maybe Qatar? Maldives? Okay. Maldives is the flattest. Its average ground level is just 1.5 meters above sea level. Its highest peak, a small mound on a golf course on Vilingili Island, stands at only 2.4 meters. Okay, you know what? That kind of makes sense because it is like a lot of like different like islands that make up the Maldives, right? So that checks out. What's the most steep? Lombard Street in San Francisco, Baldwin Street in Dunedin, Broadway Street in New York, or Wall Street in New York? Probably San Francisco, right? Because San Francisco is just known for kind of being like, you know, like those angular streets. So I'll go Lombard Street. Okay, no, it was Baldwin Street in Dunedin. So Baldwin Street in Dunedin, New Zealand is the steepest. At its most extreme, the slope has a gradient of about 35%, meaning for every 2.86 meters you travel horizontally, you rise 1 meter vertically. I did not know that. Okay. I wonder where Dunedin, New Zealand is on the map. I'll throw up a picture of New Zealand and like where Dunedin is in New Zealand. What's busiest? Strait of Malacca, Panama Canal, English Channel, or Suez Canal? I feel like the Panama Canal is like the most busy in my head with like transportation and shipping and stuff like that, but I could be wrong here. Actually, is it the Suez Canal? I feel like it's not the English Channel or the Strait of Malacca. Actually, no, maybe it's the Suez Canal because there was that one like blockage a couple years ago, right? And then there was like billions of dollars of like financial loss or whatever, so maybe I'll go that. Ooh, was it English Channel? I had that like written out. I did not know that was the busiest. So while many waterways are vital, the English Channel is the busiest shipping lane in the entire world. It acts as a bottleneck where over 500 vessels pass through every single day. Okay, that is surprising. I already like had that in like my bottom two. Like it was not gonna be the one that I guessed ever. Okay, what is floating? Java Islands, Cyprus, Malta, or Uros Islands? One of these is floating? Aren't technically most things just like floating? I don't, what does it mean by floating? Just because I've never heard of it, I'm gonna go Uros Islands, Peru, but I don't really know here. Okay, so was Uros Island. So Uros Island in Peru is floating. These are not made of land or rock, but are artificial floating islands, hand-woven from buoyant totora reeds that grow in the shallows of the lake. Okay, good to know. What's monolithic? Sugarloaf Mountain, Rock of Gibraltar, Stone Mountain, or Uluru Rock? What is monolithic? Low-key, I don't know what monolithic means. I'll throw up a definition on the screen. I'll go Rock of Gibraltar, I guess. Uluru Rock, okay. So rising out of the heart of Australia's red centre, Uluru Ayers Rock is the world's most famous monolith, a single massive piece of stone. Though it looks like a mountain, it is actually an Inselberg Island mountain. Okay. What is the oldest? Indus, Sumer, Egypt, or Shang? I feel like I'll go Sumer, because I feel like in my head there's like Sumerian writing, like that's something that pops up. I'm not entirely sure what Shang and Indus are. Are they ancient civilizations? I'll go Sumer here, but I'm not sure. Okay. Sumer is the oldest. While many associate ancient history with the pyramids, Sumer, located in modern-day Iraq, is widely recognized by historians as the world's first true civilization emerging in the Fertile Crescent. Is that like the Tigris and the Euphrates, like the river? Oh my god. I like learned that in like 6th grade, and I feel like, holy guacamole, like I'm bringing that back, that knowledge. Okay. We got it right. Which is true? Indonesia has the most islands, Sweden, Philippines, Japan. I think it's Philippines, right? What? Sweden? While tropical archipelagos like the Maldives or the Philippines get all the fame, Sweden is a true global heavyweight. It contains a staggering 570 islands, more than any other nation on Earth. Is that true? I feel like I had no clue. Where are all the islands? So I guess there's like so many like little ones like up there, but more than the Philippines? That is shocking. I don't think that would have been my second guess. I probably would have went like Indonesia. Okay. And finally, which is the pinkest? Lake Hillier, Lake Victoria, Lake Michigan, or Lake Superior? Lake Victoria, maybe? I don't think Lake Michigan or Lake Superior are particularly pink. Oh, it's Lake Hillier? Okay, so located on Middle Island off the coast of Australia, its vibrant bubblegum pink color is permanent. Even if you scoop the water into a bottle, it stays pink. Okay, interesting. Well, we didn't do too hot on that quiz. We only got 9 out of 20 there, but that is okay. Let's move on to the fourth quiz. All right, this quiz is my friends and I could only score 8 out of 13 on this geography quiz. Can you do better? Hopefully I can do better. Let's see. Which of these is not an ocean? African. Okay. What is the capital of India? New Delhi. In terms of landmass, what is the second largest country in the world? Russia's number 1, right? So Canada, number 2. Cool. What is it called when two water systems join together? Con means together or with. I feel like it's not a connection because it seems too, like, basic. Confluence? Congruence? Conflagration? I don't know. I'll go with congruence. That sounds like the most right, but I could be wrong here. Nope, it was a confluence. Okay. I didn't know that word before. At least in that context, you know? Where are the Spanish Steps located? Okay, I feel like this is... It's in Rome, right? Like, I think it's a... Yeah. Okay. I didn't know how to explain it, but, like, I knew it wasn't Spain, even though it's called the Spanish Steps, but it was Rome, Italy. We got that right. What cape sits at the tip of Africa? Cape Horn, I think we had in a previous quiz. So, shoot. Okay, it was the Cape of Good Hope. Didn't I read about Cape Horn? Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's somewhere else. What country formerly ruled Iceland? I don't know. Sweden? Denmark? Iceland gained independence in 1944. Okay. I did not know that. What is the rainiest city in the world? Forks, Washington, Yaoundé, Mausinram, Bogota. Low key, why do I want to go Forks? Because of, like, Twilight, you know, like, No. Okay. It was Mausinram, India. Okay. No Twilight references today. How many countries are located in the Southern Hemisphere? I have no clue. This seems like a really low number, though. Even, like, the highest one, because there's over 200 countries, right? I'll go 53, because I feel like it's shockingly low. Like, even if I go with this number. 32? How could there only be 32? So you're telling me there's... what, like 6 times that amount in the Northern Hemisphere? Maybe most of the countries are just smaller? I guess? That is kind of shocking, though. Okay. What country is home to the most volcanoes? I think it's Indonesia? Okay. Cool. What's currently the most populated city on Earth? Ooh. Part of me is thinking Tokyo. Part of me is thinking Mumbai. I don't think it's Rio or Mexico City. I'll go with Tokyo. Okay, cool. Where was the highest recorded temperature on Earth measured? Sahara Desert, Death Valley, Avaz, or Singapore? Why do I feel like it's Sahara or Death Valley? I think it's one of the two. Low-key, I think it might be Death Valley. Okay. We got that right. 134. Yikes. 134 Fahrenheit. I'll throw up whatever the Celsius is on the screen for all y'all out there who use Celsius, because I have no clue what this is in Celsius. I think it's like 9/5 plus 32 or something as a conversion, but I cannot do that in my head right now. Finally, which U.S. state capital has the highest elevation? Denver, Boise, Montpelier, or Santa Fe? Why did I go in that order? It was like boop, 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 boop. I feel like Denver, Boise. Maybe I'll go Montpelier. I don't have like a really clue. Like, I don't have like a really big clue or like thought process to that. That's just where I'm going. Okay, it was Santa Fe. We only got 7 out of 13 there, so I did not do better than this person in the friend group. Let's move on to the final quiz. Last but not least, we have how many US states can I name in 4 minutes? Hopefully they take misspellings of states, because I'm not the greatest at spelling or typing on the keyboard, but I think I should be able to get all 50, right? I'm definitely not going to go in order because I don't know, like, the song or whatever, but I think I can get all 50 in 4 minutes, so let's see. I guess we'll start with Alaska. Hawaii. New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, Virginia, West Virginia country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia. Did I spell Pennsylvania right? Pennsylvania. Okay. New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, California, Oklahoma, Washington, Idaho, Iowa, Montana, Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Georgia, wrap me up in all your, I want you, Arizona, what did we not go, probably like a lot of the Eastern Coast, right, Connecticut, Vermont, okay, they took Rhode Island, Massachusetts, I'm glad I spelled that right, Wisconsin is definitely not what I said, Wyoming, Tennessee, you're the only 10 I see, Kentucky, Kansas, Arkansas, okay, what am I thinking here? Why is my mind going blank? Nebraska? That feels like one I'd forget. Okay. I think I did Wyoming. Missouri. I feel like I'm missing a lot of like the middle states is my guess. Louisiana. Did I not do Florida? Lamau. I feel like that was one. It's like a big one that's missing. Use the map to help you. What am I missing here? Alabama. Kansas. Colorado. Okay, cool. What states am I missing here? Wait, this is like a lot of states I'm missing. Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Wyoming, Wisconsin. Why am I blanking? Oh my gosh. I really like should get all 50, but why do I not know all of them? Kentucky? Said Kentucky. I guess I'm just not gonna get all 50. Wow, I thought it was gonna be like really easy. What am I missing here? Okay. Maine. Okay, Maryland. Oh my gosh. Mississippi and Nevada. Embarrassing. I feel like the pressure of the moment got to me for sure because, like, I know all these states, but I didn't clearly know them in this time frame. So we got 46 out of 50. That's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me doing BuzzFeed geography quizzes. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Also have the quizzes linked in the description if you want to try them out yourself. thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla, and have a great day.